Hello, puss. Well, this is nice, isn't it, my loves? Blue skies. Maybe autumn hasn't fully descended quite yet. Running all a bit late today, so I am. Daily Diet is uploading. It's a little bit longer than normal. And what's happening today? Well, it's Friday, which means getting to work earlier, so that means a truncated day. I do need to go to the post office and noisy boy. I need to go to the post office and get some gloves sent. So, you know, by the time I've done that and made lunch, that's pretty much going to be it. There's there is a folder update. There's some folder news. So I'll show you that in a minute. Nice today, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I need to put Dicker Dum Dum's details in and start his economy thing on the app. I was a bit late getting up this morning, if I'm totally honest. Kind of woke up at 8. Thought, oh, it's a bit early, isn't it? I had a slightly nagging tooth that I'm in my bleed. I wish my teeth would just hurry up and fall out and I can get some nice dentures, or bugger up, or flog the cars and bugger off to Turkey and get the full Hollywood bollocks. And what's his name? Looked like Fräulein, whatever his face is. The guy who tries to flog that bloody car sales service on the adverts that keep popping up on YouTube. and yeah, so I thought, well, I dozed a bit, and then I suddenly dozed a bit harder, and it was bloody 10:30. But hey ho, you having fun up there? Right, let's go and see if that video has managed to render. I really did make a mistake skimping on the iPad. I should have got the big memory one. Oh God, and it's going to be another year before I can upgrade this. Here we go, time to delete a load of stuff and try and get this to actually download. Well, I've just taken the Honourable Shison to the post office. Nice.
Now, to conclude my recital, an air for which I shall need your help. So if you'll join me, we shall all burst forth together. So grundle your parts, your own parts, not anybody else's. There we are, and away we go. I'll sing you one, oh, green grow my nadgers, oh.
What is your one, oh?
One's the grunge upon my splod, mask in my cord wangle. I'll sing you two, oh, green grow my nadgers, oh.
What is your two, oh?
Two are me lumin thrums, see how they jangle. One's the grunge upon my splod, mask in my cord wangle. I'll sing you three, oh, green grow my nadgers, oh.
What is your three, oh?
Three are the times I've lunged my groats. Two are me lumin thrums, see how they jangle. One's the grunge upon my splod, mask in my cord wangle. I'll sing you four, oh, green grow my nadgers, oh.
What is your four, oh?
Fourth my wordle is bent, oh. Three are the times I've lunged my groats. Two are me lumin thrums, see how they jangle. One's the grunge upon my splod, mask in my cord wangle. I'll sing you five, oh, green grow my nadgers, oh.
What is your five, oh?
Five of the woglers up my song, four for my wordless bent, oh. Three of the times I've lunged my groats. Two are me lumin thrums, see how they jangle. Once the grunge upon my splod, it's ruined my cord wangle.
Join me at the restaurant, or to be more specific, in the restaurant car park. And we have something of an emergency situation. Kathmandu Gurkha is in desperate need of a cauliflower. And it is my responsibility to source a cauliflower ASAP. Now, I don't know about you, but in an emergency situation, when the chips are down, there's only one place that I can think of to go. Sainsbury's. Keep everything crossed and wish me Godspeed. The cauliflower gods have smiled upon me and I have been successful. Now, I must return the cauliflower to the restaurant. And already I'm being thwarted by the Nissan of destiny. Pray God I'm not too late. Do not stand in my way, sir. I am on a sacred cauliflower quest. Curses! Be gone, you foul electric mobile washing machine thing. Oh, mighty cauliflower gods, please protect me and your cauliflower offering on this mighty journey back to the restaurant. Look kindly upon us and keep us safe from all harm. Oh, cauliflower gods, why have you forsaken me? Oh, you haven't. Sorry, gods, I'll take that back. Oh. We must pray for the safe passage of the cauliflower in the back seat. Our quest is at an end, but have I arrived in time?
Ready for you, Jason?
Okay. Okay. Okay, mate. I think our friend the cauliflower has already gone to meet his culinary destiny. The cauliflower is no more. It was a lovely cauliflower and I'm going to miss it. Here we go then. Heading home. I'm rather fond of this little bit here. This is called, somewhat improbably, Hammersmith, and for some reason I just rather like it. I think it's actually reminiscent of my home village in South Wales, there's a road that is very similar with lovely terraced cottages on one side and a rail on the other that behind leads down to the river, and then of course a backdrop of woodland. And of course the news broke this evening that the Undisputed Fight is signed, Fury and Usyk, to take place in December or January. I'm kind of hopeful that this time it will actually go ahead, because there hasn't been any fanfare and nonsense bandied about, and those in the know have said that it would not be unexpected. I follow quite a few boxing channels and podcasts, and the whispers have been that it was probably going to happen, and there were a lot of reasons behind that, all of which made sense. So I'm not as surprised as I might otherwise have been, but of course it is tremendously exciting if you're a boxing fan. If you're not a boxing fan, then you won't give a shiny shit, and that is of course your absolute right to not give a shiny shit. But for those of you who do have an interest, I'd love to hear your opinion as what do you think the likely outcome will be, because I'm genuinely not sure. I don't think it's an absolute given that Fury will beat him. Obviously he's by far the bigger man. He's a damn sight taller, a damn sight heavier, and most importantly he's got a much longer reach, and arguably he is as good a technical boxer as Usyk is. Fury looks out of shape, terribly out of shape of course, but that's nothing new, and neither would that be unexpected either, as the upcoming fight really isn't a fight, is it? It's a what's it? It's oh God, I've lost the word. Begins with C. All I've got coming into my mind is celebration. It's terrible getting old. Bloody hell. And you get frightened as well. Every time you forget a word or forget what you went upstairs for, you start panicking and think, right, that's it. It's early onset dementia. Whereas, of course, we get mental blocks on words all through our lives. It's, thank you, arse. I'm going to shut up until the word comes back to me. And now I've just got the bloody word demonstration rattling around in my head, for God's sake. Right, I'm not going to remember that word until I stop trying to remember it. So, but you all know exactly what I mean. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, Fury's out of shape. Yeah, not surprising. I mean, he'd go into... I mean, obviously they would have known that the fight was on the card. So, and, you know, for this demonstration, or whatever the actual word is, doesn't matter if Fury's a bit out of shape. And I don't suppose he'd be going into camp until mid to end of October, I guess, depending on what exact day. Oh, fuck's sake, mate. Knock your fucking lights off, you wanker. But yeah, I genuinely see it as potentially being a 50-50 fight. I mean, I think Fury would have to go in his old style, not in the gung-ho blitzkrieg style that he's employed against Joshua, because you couldn't do that with Usyk. He's too technically clever. He's too fast. You know, you might want to call him a jumped up cruiserweight, which of course to all intents and purposes he is, but that has its benefits. I mean, the guy is quick, the guy is fluid, and he's not short of strength either. So I mean, Fury would have to go to his old style of fighting, I think, the way that he fought Klitschko, and he'd have to work on outpointing Usyk. I mean, really, considering the reach advantage he's got, that should in theory be not an easy task, but not the most difficult of tasks, especially as Fury has got incredibly good movement himself. But it'd be an incredible fight, and it would be nice to have an undisputed champion for the first time in a long time, whichever one of them it turns out to be. The camera won't pick it up because as technologically advanced as, which one am I filming on? It's the X. As technologically advanced as the iPhone X is, it's still no match for the human eye. And on top of the moors here, in this light, it's fantastic and romantic, and I suppose maybe even a little bit spooky, and I do wish the camera picked it up better. I loved this little bit of the journey home when I come this way, and this is my favourite way. Obviously I always go to work this way. The reason I don't always come home this way is because the main roadway at night is clear, or clearer. It'd be a nightmare to go that way, but coming home the roads are nice and clear, and I think it's just an easier drive when you're tired, and it's probably more economical as well in terms of fuel economy. But then as we round and go over the top here, suddenly the lights of, well, actually those are the lights of Sheffield that I can see. I don't think you can. And then a little bit further on, as we go over another crest, then we see the lights in the bowl that is Chesterfield. We're sitting at a little bit of height here, and of course Sheffield has height, and Chesterfield in the middle kind of sits in a bowl. So from height you see across to Sheffield, but you don't necessarily see Chesterfield. There's a series of lay-bys, not really lay-bys, but pull-ins off the road back there. Normally full during the day, seldom full at night. You get the odd courting couple or something, but I do wonder about, because I love watching the old van life channels and all of those, and I wonder what it would be like staying somewhere there. I mean, I think that it would be lovely and romantic and whatnot. Oh no, if I look over to the right, which you can't do, then I've got Chesterfield. I think you might see it a bit further on when we get to the other bit. But yeah, it looks really romantic, the idea of parking there, but probably the reality would be that you'd probably get a bit spooked, wouldn't you? You'd be kind of hyper alert for noises or a car going by or anything like that. Although on the subject of that kind of thing, I am looking forward to doing the camping thing next year with friends, because then it'll be fun rather than, oh, here we go, will you see here? Oh, we're going to drop down behind the hedge. At about 2 o'clock, I've got the lights of Chesterfield. Of course, the one thing I do like about coming back home, the main roadway, is that you get to drive through the town or through the outskirts of the town, and then you get that wonderful feeling of peace and serenity as you leave the artificial light behind you as you go up the hill, and the street lighting finishes. And I love that. You can almost feel your blood pressure dropping as you drive into the still darkness. Here we go. This is where you should see the lights. You've probably seen them before, but I never take where I live and where I drive on a daily basis. I never take it for granted. Look at that. Still a bit of a joy each and every time. Even better with if it was later at night and you've got Radio Forward in the background, the shipping forecast, or the World Service or something. That adds a sense of romance to everything. Everything is more romantic with the shipping forecast. Although maybe it wouldn't be the thing to have on in the background during a romantic meal where you're trying to woo somebody and get them in the sack for the first time. It'd work with Mustard though. Mustard's like me, he loves the shipping forecast. And here we are, my loves. There, talking of lights, there on the right is the welcoming beacon of my light. Oh, the neighbours are in bed. So thank you for watching this one. That's it for tonight. And have a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day you can tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Much love, and I'll see you next time. Good night.